Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So this one is going to be a hard topic for some people, especially because there are many PlayStation fans out there, and PlayStation fans are some of the most hardcore fans because the moment you say something about their brand, they just go crazy ballistic, like they don't use common sense and they just insult you like crazy. So if you're a PlayStation fan, remember, look at things from I would say clear eye perspective, alright, cold eyes, cold hearted effectively with the facts and analyze things because guys, this is very crazy right now. Naughty Dog's Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet trailer receives 524% more dislikes than the Concord, and this is a big issue. I mean, some people would say, oh, but that's fine, right? Because Concord is a different game, this is a single player game, but you don't get it, right? If people react to a game this badly when the game gets released, it doesn't matter if it's a single player, if it's a multiplayer, if it's a co-op, if it's an extraction shooter, it doesn't matter. The game will most likely flop because nobody is liking the game. This is just insanity, right? So right now, Intergalactic actually has even more dislikes, so we are on the official, alright, YouTube PlayStation account, and we have that now. Since the publishing of this article on the 26th of December, we are now on the 28th of December, right? So just literally in 2 days, it already went from 256 to 265. That is 9,000 more dislikes in just 2 days. I mean, at the rate this is going, in the new year, like just soon after New Year, in January at some point, it's going to reach 300k dislikes. That is crazy. And the likes are staying as they are. Like the likes were 98,000 and they're staying 98,000 and it just doesn't change. Like, well, actually, it went up by 1,000. So 9,000 dislikes and 1,000 likes. That is ridiculous, right? That's insanity, right? Now, let's look at why this is a big issue. In comparison, Concord's reveal cinematic trailer, the first ever reveal trailer, which was also uploaded to PlayStation's YouTube channel, received only 41,000 dislikes. That is still quite a low number, right? Obviously, the Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet had more views compared to Concord. Nevertheless, not only does Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet have more overall dislikes, but the percentage of people who did dislike the trailer is nearly double compared to the Concord. 12.19% of everyone who watched the Intergalactic trailer disliked it, and that's the problem. In contrast, Concord, only 6.92% of people who watched the Concord trailer disliked it. What does this mean effectively, right? This means that when you watch the Concord trailer, only 6% or 7% of people deemed it necessary to press the dislike button, right? Because when you press the dislike button, you are effectively sending out a message to like a company, to a YouTube account or whatever, telling them that you really hate their content. Like your content is so hateful towards you, or like you just don't like it so much that you had to dislike it, right? If you don't really feel like that much hate towards the content or disappointment, you usually just leave it. You don't put a like or dislike, you just kind of may put a comment, but that's it, right? Now, if almost 12.19% people said I don't like the Intergalactic trailer, that is crazy. That is double the amount of people who didn't like Concord. So basically these people, they saw it and they were like, you know what, this is absolutely disgusting, I don't like it, and people said dislike. Now the next problem comes as follows. People who usually dislike a trailer or a game trailer usually will not buy the game. I'm very sorry, but the statistics talk by themselves. Look at what happened to Concord. People literally who did not like the game ended up not buying the game when the game got released, right? And that's a big issue for these people, especially because the development cost of this game, it was, I'm pretty sure, more than $300 million, maybe 400 million, right? So for Sony to recoup the cost, they have to sell like at least 5 million copies of this game minimum to literally make like I would say, to avoid losses, not even make profit, no, to avoid losses in the game. Another comparison can be made to Concord's gameplay trailer and Intergalactic's trailer. On Naughty Dog's channel, the Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet also has 1.3 million views and 167,000 dislikes. That is, again, pretty crazy. By the way, the percentage of this is 72% dislikes on the PlayStation official channel. That is crazy. Right, now let's look at things which are just insane. The Concord gameplay trailer received 1.1 million views and had just 8,500 likes and 85,000 dislikes. That's again just 0.77 of people who watched the trailer gave it a like, and 7.72% disliked it. So again, less people disliked it because in the Concord gameplay trailer we only had 7.72%. That means that statistically speaking, when the gameplay from Intergalactic is going to come out, this figure could even go higher. Maybe it's going to be like 15% or 16 or 18%. That's crazy, right? Like a gameplay trailer when it ever comes out, maybe next year, maybe spring or something, right? Or Summer Game Fest or something, right? And when that comes out, if it's going to have like 15% dislike, all right, in terms of people who from the view angle, that is going to be a disaster. That's going to be a disaster, right? If you want to compare things, just look at Elden Ring Night Rain. So Elden Ring Night Rain, here we have it. This is the trailer, right? 178,000 likes. That is crazy, all right? 3.4 million views, only 2.6k dislikes. What does that mean? This means that literally, I don't know, like less than 1% of people, did not like this trailer, right? Less than 1%. So everyone liked it. Like people are super hyped, people want it. People are just, yes, this is in the same premise, give us the game, this looks freaking awesome, oh my god, I cannot wait to play. I mean, I'm gonna play this game day one. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's Elden Ring, extraction fighter game kind of thing, like using your, going like fighting against bosses with like super hyper moves and like faster combat and stuff. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, this is insane. I mean, wow. I mean, yeah, man, just give it here, right? And this is the thing, like this is when developers know how to read the room, and this is when developers don't know how to read the room, and they release certain things like this with a bold main character behaving like a 15-year-old annoying girl, and it's just like she just doesn't connect. Like when I saw this scene here, I'm very sorry, but I have to say this because this is the truth. I mean, this is the truth, right? When I saw this particular scene and she was sipping her drink in the most like I don't care whatever bullshit way, like that literally broke it for me. Like this behavior here, like I'm very sorry, but I'm not gonna play a game in which the main character behaves like an absolute idiot. Like, I'm just sorry. That's my point of view. Maybe you disagree. That's absolutely fine. You are entitled to your own opinion, and of course, you can choose to buy the game or not buy the game. That's absolutely fine. And of course, I respect that, guys. I absolutely respect that. If you love this game, go and buy it and do whatever you want. Buy 10 copies of it. That's fine. You know, you support what you like. But at the same time, the majority of people in the room are saying, well, just what? That's not gonna happen. Like, that is literally not gonna happen. And that's a big issue for these companies. And yeah, it's pretty shocking, guys. Now, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, just to show you a comparison how crazy this is, right, received over 9,381 more dislikes than Elden Ring, Night Rain. Now again, the genres of gaming here that's the thing, right? The genres are blending so much these days that even like this game, right, Elden Ring, is going to have some similarities to Intergalactic, because it's going to be, of course, you know, you're going to go there, action combat, fast-paced combat. I mean, I know Elden Ring is going to be a bit more like team-based and extraction-based, but it's going to have elements which are going to be very similar, because we saw the gameplay trailer of Intergalactic just at the end. Was like a bit of gameplay here, and this bit of gameplay here kind of reminded me just a bit about Souls games, right? You go, you dodge roll, you jump, you attack, you know, very strong bosses and stuff like that. So just this bit already reminded me and told me, okay, so this is gonna have certain elements potentially from a Souls game. Not about like losing your souls or like losing experience when you die. Not that specifically, more about the combat mechanics, so to speak, right? So that's the thing, guys. Game genres are blending so much these days that gamers, when they buy a game, it's not just about, oh, well, it's a different genre, it doesn't matter, it's not going to be affected. Yes, it does matter, because now games are blending so many genres into a single game. You don't have like just the action game, or just the adventure game, or just the shooter game. No, you have now a blend of different games. Like just for example, I've just been playing last night Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Really good game, by the way. It does have some elements that you didn't like, but in turn, like, I would give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Was really good, right? Even that game had a blend of adventure, puzzle solving, FPS, combat, I know, like exploration, like so many genres kind of blended into a game, all right? Because that's the thing, in this day and age, every game which is AAA, it blends a ton of genres to basically make sure that they attract a lot of people. So some people like action, some people like exploration, some people like more combat, some people like solving puzzles. So when you have that blend in a game, you effectively kind of grasp more audience, right? Which is what AAA companies want to do. They want to sell millions of copies, because if not, they are in trouble, because our games cost a ton of money. But guys, that's the problem we have right now. If this particular game, right, has already so many dislikes that people are hating it so much, right, that's not a good premise for a game. That is a terrible premise for the game. And I would really recommend to the people from, PlayStation, Naughty Dog, to speak to gamers. Right now, the best thing they could do here, if they want to learn, if they actually want to release a game and not a political statement. This is the thing, right? This is the important thing. If you want to release a good game and not use the game as a political vehicle to push your agenda, as in your, certain agendas of the woke mob, effectively, as we would call it, right? We all know what they are. If you don't want to do that, then speak to gamers, get their feedback. And of course, if the majority of gamers say, you know what, I'm very sorry, Sony or Naughty Dog or Neil Druckmann, but the design of the main protagonist, we don't like it. That's it, right? It's an honest conversation. Just change it. If you don't do it and go ahead with it just because you feel like, well, you want to own the chuds, and everyone is a chud, everyone's an incel, and you know what you're doing, and you're on the right path, and you're the warrior of light, whatever, right? If you take that approach as a game developer, you will suffer greatly. We saw it with CONCORD. What did the PlayStation CEO said when CONCORD failed? He said with his own mouth, right, in Japan, PlayStation Sony Japan Corporation CEO, he said the following. He said, we will implement more controls in our game releases going forward. Okay, well, more controls, what does it mean? Engaging with your audience, doing play testing, making sure that before you release a trailer, you show the trailer to a bunch of actual gamers, not just the press, because the press, remember, they only tell you what you want to hear. The press is an echo chamber, and the press will always say, yeah, this is amazing, this is awesome, because all they care about is they want your money. End of story. They will never criticize you. If you want honest feedback from people, go to gamers, because that's when you're gonna get actual honest feedback. So guys, that's it for today's video. As always, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I shall see you later in the next videos.